Yeah.
Bruh.
And you know what? That in itself, that conversation right there, that is exactly why I heard Rick Riordan. Like, I already loved him as an author, especially for the reason he even came up with this series. But when people try to start talking shit about Annabelle being played by a young Black girl, he shut that shit right the fuck down.
He was like, I don't understand why you're reading this shit.
It made me love him even more. Now, the reason he came up with the series, also, hi y'all, how you doing?
Hey y'all.
Welcome to the conversation. The reason he came up with this series is because his son had finally went through all the tests and stuff, and he was ADHD, and he wanted the kid was worried about it, how he would be looked at and whatnot, and he wanted to let him know that this isn't something that means anything's wrong with you. Like, you're still special. You don't have to look down on yourself. And he came up with this whole series. That's why it's such a big deal that Percy and all the demigods all have very severe cases of ADHD. They literally can't concentrate because they're not being taught the right way.
I love it.
By the right people. So yeah, it's great. And the way he goes through all of these pantheons, I love mythology.
Listen, that's why I was confused. I'm like, okay, so they say they're doing Percy. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, this Percy
pantheon right now.
But then I'm like, do all these other books connect? Because people want me to read them. And I was like, I mean, it
Yes.
depends. If I can loosen up my schedule this year enough, I would like to read them. I'll give it a try because I have a hard time reading.
How do you do with audiobooks?
I've never really liked audiobooks, but when it comes to the actual, like, if it's too childish, I won't even consider it, because it's a pet peeve of mine when people write young adult books and it's really in a kid's voice, and I can tell it's in a kid's voice. So I don't be like, you know what? It's not for me. I'd rather watch it.
Okay.
I'd rather watch it.
All right. Fair enough. Well, if you get the inclination though, I have the whole series on audio. But what he does in connecting, he literally connects all of the pantheons. And I don't know if this is a spoiler, I guess, but maybe spoiler alert for future series. This is just for how the books are set up. We start with the Greek pantheon. The next series that comes in is the Roman pantheon.
Yeah, I that's not a spoiler, because I was confused at the books. So I was like, okay, so this is one series, but it goes to this series. But he says they're all connected. I was like, oh, okay, wait, cool.
Yeah, all of them.
Another author that does that is Sherilyn Kenyon, and she changed her name back to McQueen, her maiden name. She does that as well, having all the pantheons connected, and that's my joint and jam.
Yeah,
turn it up.
It's done fairly seamless. I think with the Roman pantheon, the way they got those, something happened with Percy and Annabeth, and they swapped places with someone else, and that's how they, like, none of these kids knew about each other. The Roman pantheon, they didn't know anything about the Greek pantheon, and same for the Greeks. And from there, it goes into Magnus Chase, his series, and Magnus Chase deals with the Norse gods, and the kid Magnus that's Annabeth's cousin. So that connection is there, and then it goes into the Egyptian pantheon. The way they do the Egyptian pantheon is actually pretty freaking sweet. And there's actually a team up with Annabeth and Percy, and then the two kids from the Kane Chronicles. That's the Egyptian mythology. So actually, let me jump over here to the chatsums and say hello everyone. How are you? Hey
y'all.
First, good. Yes, we are definitely going to be around for this whole series, and I am all in. Okay. Completely all in.
And just for clarification's sake, I have not read a book. I have not watched a movie. Yeah. I haven't done anything about nothing with this series. So I just jumped in because I like magic. I like
we all love a good fantasy.
Pantheons, you know what I'm saying? Yep. I love the
Yep.
So
hey, Dana Art. And I will try very hard not to pull in too much from the book so it doesn't spoil anything. I apologize in advance though, because sometimes things still slip.
Listen, the way people are in my freaking thingies it's a problem. I'm gonna have to get out of comments.
I was wondering how they were gonna go through. I didn't go through the last ones, the two reactions that I looked at, but yeah, I didn't want to go through and do a whole lot. Hey Scott, yeah, oh, dude, the I really like how they did the Egyptian pantheon. It's it's really great.
I won't watch it. Well, would it be safe for me to watch the first movie after the series wraps so that nothing is spoiled, but I still just want to see what they did? Okay.
Yes, after the series, because the whole the way it's set up, the way it's looking now, I think the whole of season 1 is going to be the bulk of the Lightning Thief.
It's book 1. They're trying to do a book for every season so far.
That's brilliant. Yes, I hope that's how they do it. Yeah.
Well,
it's overscale.
Come on. I knew it. Yes.
No, exactly. As soon as and she came in, literally, daughter of Athena came in full form, just watching. Like she's doing all, like you can see all the math calculations floating around her head because she has a thought, an inkling already, because Percy is unclaimed here in the very beginning.
Yeah, so 1 + 1 is 2, and 2 + 2 is 4. She's like, then I can go on the quest.
She knew,
got it,
right? Exactly, and that's her goal. That's her goal is to go on the quest. But there are extra things going on there, and I feel like I saw enough tiny breadcrumbs to think that she's already got an inkling of what the deeper story is.
Real quick, I have seen episode 3. AK has not seen it. That's why it's not on the discussion. Yeah. She has not seen the episode 3.
I'm going to. Mind y'all, speaking of episode 3, I got judged so hard by this woman when we were when we were riding around earlier today. Yeah, you didn't watch episode 3.
You didn't watch it.
What do you mean? I didn't want to interject things from that.
It came out last night at 9 p.m.
And had we had this discussion yet? No. No. So stop it. Let's see. Nico's that kid. I'm a big fan of Nico too. I will say, if you go and you watch Meeks' reactions, I feel like I should make a bingo card of how many times Clarice is going to piss her off. Like I know you said,
here's the thing, Clarice is not going to piss me off. Once I realized that she was a child of Aries, she's never going to piss me off, baby. That's me. We're together. I understand why she's doing what she's doing.
It doesn't matter. No,
I get it.
Because it's even more petty than you think. It's even more petty than you think.
No, sweet. I'm the queen of petty. It will be enough. It would be petty enough for me.
You know me. I love a good petty too, but she's just her reason for the shit that she does that's coming.
I can't wait to see it because I'm like, it makes sense. Like, I was like, why is she so mean? Why is she so?
No, okay, no. See, that's not an excuse because again, like you said, you're Aries. You're not mean. You're mean to people when they deserve it.
Oh, you see my face? I'm like,
you're mean to people when they deserve it. She
absolutely
is just out of pocket all the damn time for no reason.
Me too, Silverspell. I feel like she's gonna be a part of the gang at some point in time. She's gonna be a part of the gang. She's got to work through some issues, some trust issues, some jealousy issues, but she's gonna be gang. I feel it in my spirit.
I'm gonna let you stay in the land of dreams. Okay. I will neither confirm nor deny the validity of your dreams. That's actually a good.
Of course, they all have daddy issues. Everybody has daddy and mommy issues.
As hell. Ugh.
And let's also talk about the fact that these gods don't know how to put nothing away. Like, can you put your dicks? Can you close your lips? Can you put your dicks up? Like, what's wrong with y'all? It's like 68 million kids in this camp.
And did you see how full? And I know that they're cabins, but I'm gonna call it house because just that's the house Hermes. You see how Percy couldn't even get a bed because that many of them fuckers in there,
bruh. I'm like, sir,
it's not just Hermes' kids that are in there.
I know, but still,
everybody else's children that are not claimed, which is just some tomfoolery.
But still, that is some tomfoolery. And what made me mad on the first 2 episodes is that Zeus is out here acting a fool. You trying to tell me that you got mad at Poseidon for having a kid? Didn't you have one first? They said Thalia was your first one or something like that. Like she was yours. So how you gonna get mad for breaking the pact when you already broke the pact by having a baby?
Who is the king of petty in this pantheon? Zeus.
Like, my God.
Always Zeus. it doesn't matter that I did something. I told you, you can't. So what are you doing?
Exactly.
Why do you think Dionysus is where he is? You know why? I don't think this is a big spoiler. I honestly don't even know whether they'll say it or not.
Well, then don't.
No,
Don't.
They would have said it already. But listen.
Don't. I'm on episode 3 and they haven't mentioned it at all. Don't.
Because it's already past time where they would have said
Don't.
it.
Nope. Don't tell me.
Absurd, but okay.
Don't tell me. Nope.
Well, somebody mark down on a poster or something to come back to this when we don't care about it, because since the situation has already passed.
Baby. Correct. That's my thing. Do you see that comment?
Oh yeah, that's exactly that's some stuff in a word. Yes.
No. The gods don't know how to use protection. That only $200. I was like, but that's also episode 3. But still, $200. $200.
First of all, it's not even about protection. It's just maybe just controlling yourself a little bit to not be out here.
Bruh.
But keep in mind,
once a year.
Zeus has literally fucked a goat.
Yes.
At different times. Zeus do not care. If you tweak his berries at the right time, he's gonna come get you.
Well, here's the thing. You got to remember from Blood of Zeus. What did he do? He changed it to somebody else because the lady was like, "No, thank you." And he was like, "Bitch, no, thank you."
Like, what do you mean? Hold on.
I'm back.
Oh, I'm
back.
Help me, kind lady. Bitch.
Look, I'm back. I'm ready. Just make sure my fro's on right. Turn that bitch to the side.
If ever there was anyone that needed to be, I don't even want to say be on Mari because we already know he did that. There's so many of them, so freaking many. The sound is robotic. See, I don't know how I can compensate for that because my whole system has been on the nonsense since we started. That's why we started late.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's going down.
Internet is interneting. Pluter is plutering.
It really is. It really is. Actually, you know what? I'm going to jump out real quick. Chat amongst yourselves.
You see? I'm a toddler. But yeah, I can't click on nothing over here. Just to let you guys know, I'm not in charge of that. But you're correct. Zeus is the Fleece Johnson of the Greek gods. I'm telling you, he just be sticking and moving. He is pumping, dumping, sticking and moving. I don't understand why. Sir, you're causing your own problems. But for me being a non-book reader, I'm just gonna take it back to episode 1. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I like the kids that they cast so far. I like the adults that they cast so far. And I'm liking the story so far. It's really fun. I knew I would like it, but I didn't think that I would love it. And after the first episode, I saw myself looking for merch. That's how you know I've really committed to a fandom. When I look for merch. And Disney is crazy. If you think I'm paying $30 for a shirt when I can go to Hot Topic and get that same shirt for $15. You're insane. But yeah, so I was very confused as why all these kids is running around this camp. Just
Being cheap on.
I like how you changed your name.
Well, yeah, Capricorns are sea goats, so yeah, that's absolutely my.
You sound a little better, but
yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what to do to fix that.
I didn't really get a chance to see his sword. It looks like a little pew. It's like a little ping ping. His sword's like a little ping.
Yeah. I'm holding off on my assessment of Riptide, just because they haven't shown it in like all of its full glory just yet. I do like though they kept it very book accurate, like, and they didn't make it a big deal like they did in the movies. They just said, "Here, hang on to this. You're gonna need it." And what I like about that is the line that he said was, that's a mighty weapon. Yeah, it's a mighty weapon. The pen itself, a very mighty weapon. So I like the double meaning that they put into that.
And I also like the fact that Karen was there. Karen from Will and Grace. I was like, what's Karen doing? They gave Karen a white ass wig and she looking all fancy.
Was that her?
Yes, it was.
It's been a while since I watched that.
That was Karen Mullally. Yeah, it was Karen Mullally. That was Megan Mullally. Yes, that was her. Yep. I was like, Karen, girl, what you doing with this wig on? Beauty. Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Oh, that's pretty cool. And that's so nice.
See, and I always love meeting all of like the behind the scenes people that are dealing with these things, and everyone seems genuine. And also, just I will again commend Rick Riordan for the awesome job that he's doing, and I love that his name was like all up and down the opening credits, like him.
But he was also in episode 1, I think.
Was he?
I think he was the principal.
No.
Somebody said it was the principal.
Are you talking about the Asian dude?
The who?
Wait, hold on.
The principal was Asian?
He looked like that to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I am guessing.
Everybody's hold please.
Right. Yeah. Hold on.
Like,
why we do the Googles.
I'm like, wait, what? Hold on. Where's the button? I like how I move my mic this way. Like this helps me search.
Yeah. I remember what Rick looks like. He does not look like the principal to me.
That is not what I asked to push, but okay, close enough. I'm trying. And they're doing this thing where they are not putting the people in the cast until they show up, which I appreciate. So I can feel safe looking through this.
Okay, you know what? Google, I don't need the list of books. Just answer the damn question. Is the man in the show or not?
I don't really know what he looks like, so I just took it at her face value for when she said it.
Okay, they said...
if you're on IMDb, don't go too far down.
At the principal's side, and he's in episode... He was at the principal's side.
Okay.
Wait, okay, maybe I'm thinking of the wrong scene.
Because when he got in trouble in the office.
Yeah. There was the principal and what was there was Bruner and Myron and another guy. So Rick was the other guy.
Mute.
I'm assuming.
Yeah, I had to beat myself. Hold on a second. I'm finna pull it up. I literally have my stuff on here. I don't know why I just didn't click and look at it.
Best have talent issues and is controlling. I don't. That's an interesting assessment. I've never thought of Annabeth as bullying. Controlling.
Yeah, I can.
There's notes of that, but she literally like is the leader. If you're on her team, it's a guaranteed win, and she runs the show.
That is him,
like a well-oiled machine.
That is him. Yep, he's on the left. Okay. Because that I didn't look too hard at the people that were in there. So, but I knew it wasn't the principal though. I remember what he looked like. So that's it. Yeah, I don't know about that. And she does definitely have Thalia issues. And I agree with your assessment of Luke, which they're not brother and sister. They just look at each other like brother and sister. They're actually cousins, which is weird because literally that's like a whole camp full. That's like a whole camp full of cousins. It's like the biggest cousin hangout that ever was. Yeah, but I don't trust him at this point. He seems sincere, but there's something about I just don't like when you are hanging out with somebody and they have people following them.
You got some random ass entourage, and why are you being so nice?
I don't like it.
Like it's the way, it's the way that he's so-called is like trying to pull Percy under his wing. Yeah, there's a lot going on there. her fatal flaw is deadly pride.
I think so.
That I will give you. Yeah,
I think so too.
She is very prideful.
She's very prideful,
and
she wants to control.
She's one of those. She does, but you can see why she's like that in her personality. I think. I mean, well, it'll show more as we go through the series. But again, she has reasons to be that prideful, though, which is why I can say I understand where she's coming from.
I'm super curious about
what?
Who they're casting for all these gods, because all these people in the camp, they got to show up. Their parents got to show up eventually somewhere sitting down. Not dealing with them like, but just like we got to see them somewhere.
You'll see them by the end of this season, I'm sure.
So I'm super excited
while they're on their quest right now, the very end is to get the bolt and get it back to Zeus. So everyone's going to be there.
That's episode 3. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it because you haven't watched it.
I do. I am very much looking forward to what's going to, like, literally as soon as we get off here tonight, I'm going to go watch episode 3.
I'm sad.
And then I'll text you like, I already know.
I have to wait a whole other week. I don't like that. If they're going to give us 2, they should have given us 2 this time and 2 next time.
If only, but we don't get to have nice things like that. What you mean? Come on now.
Did nobody say you start
you
that?
know better.
Did nobody say you start that? You weren't going to keep it up.
Okay. One thing that I want to bring up before we like fully dive in, because it's a small thing, but because Thrones bleeds into everything always on my channel. I feel like Poseidon's house words are hold fast, brave the storm. It just seems fitting, and the fact that she continues to keep that in her head and she passes it on to him, I think very early. And actually in that conversation that they were having, I loved how she made him pay better attention to Medusa. Why was she a monster? Or who said she was a monster?
Whose fault was that? Are you sure?
Because of your daddy. Because of your daddy couldn't keep his dick in his pants.
I'm just
she got turned into that. But a quick mythology history lesson. Why they're connected with Medusa is because Poseidon had a thing with her. There's different variations of how it went. Sometimes it's just straight up assault. Other times she, what they were actually dating. And because it's something that happened, she was supposed to be a priestess of Athena. And, once you take that pledge, you're not allowed to have relations. And she had relations. So her punishment was to be turned into Medusa.
Listen, no matter
which is really screwed up because the original telling is it was assault and Athena, baby.
It's always been trash. Just like if you ever read the Dark Hunter series, she is trash in the Dark Hunter series. I'm like,
that is on my list. That's on my list. Yeah, there's so many double standards when it comes to these Greek gods, and I feel like it's on the Greek side especially is oof. Yeah, you're right. She's not a girl's girl. No. Not at all. It's absurd.
She's so bizarre.
Something that's on the underwear, right?
I kept calling them panties because my Tinkerbinka is still potty training, and she'd be like, "Look at me, I got on panties." And so I'd be like, "Oh God, look at the Minotaur in the panties, not the panties."
And why was he? Why is he in the underoos panties though?
Because you have to cover that up on Disney. Okay, you got to cover it up.
They could have just not had it there.
No, because then people would complain about being
for it to not be there. Then they would complain about there not being. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah.
Just put on
because
some
people are stupid. You're right. You are correct.
That's why they throw on panties, and the panties work perfectly fine.
Oh man, hilarious! Absolutely hilarious. But yeah, I love that line. Not everything that everyone that looks like a monster is actually a monster, and not all heroes are actually heroes, which is true. In Percy's case, yeah, you can say he was a hero. He seemed like a good dude, but there is some of them that some of them other demigods that has some issues. So scene number 1, where I really started paying attention, is the bully bitch. I don't remember what her damn name was. but she deserved it. And
I can't remember her name
nothing
either.
But the truth.
She deserved to be punched.
She deserved to be punched, but all she
right
did was get an air. She got a force push into the water fountain, and
it wasn't a force push. Lucky, it was actually a water pull.
I know, but force push jumped into my head first because people recognize what that means.
Water pull. Because I was like, did I watch it again? And you saw the water in the back go.
Yeah. He did it, but he just didn't know that he did it.
Bitch out of here.
And Grover, you know what? There's better ways that they could have got him to camp. Grover, bro.
I mean, I was big pissed because I didn't know anything.
Come on, man.
And I was like, oh, he's your friend. He's not gonna. Oh wait, so he's not your friend. Bet. I was like, oh, okay, we're not friends.
I don't like how they wrote that. I don't like
we're
how
not
they
friends
wrote
anymore
that at all.
Mm-hmm.
Right? No. You got to stop the cat. Stop it right now.
Mm-hmm.
You're already keeping so much from this boy, and now you get him expelled too. I mean, granted, he wasn't going to be staying at that school anyway, but come on, man, come on.
Mm-hmm.
There's a better way to do that.
Okay.
I'm assuming that pertains to episode 3, which is not in for discussion at the moment.
Oh yeah.
I'm talking about a comment that I'm looking at. Yeah,
I see that.
I have not watched. I have not watched that 3 yet.
That's why I just didn't say anything.
So,
I was like,
por favor, please no spoilers. Thanks.
Listen, so many people didn't realize that was Megan Mullally. I was like, girl, I seen it. Are you kidding me? She just looks so good. She looks so damn good.
Percy's mama?
No, the thing that turned into the winged thingy.
Oh, the Fury.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I keep wanting to call. What do I want to call them? I don't want to call them Furies. I keep wanting to call them something else.
I don't know.
I had to think about it because I kept saying it in my reaction. And I was like, oh, it's the thing. I was like, wait. That's not what
I think it's the way they did. This is a big problem with the movies. The way they handled the mist in the movies was the stupidest way they could have done it. How they have the mist showing here, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant, because that's exactly what it is. Just like when you see that mechanical rhinoceros that was walking down the street. Yes, that's what he would see, and everyone else sees just a dump truck, because all this crazy shit is going on all the time. But because of the mist, regular humans can't see it. So I love that they made a point to.
That's what I kept calling them. I kept calling them harpies.
Harpy. Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I got the harpy thing. Yeah, that's what I kept calling them.
I'm very much looking forward to speaking of the mist once Tyson gets involved. It's going to be interesting to see how they handle him. Let's see what's next on the list here. Talking about Riptide again. Yeah, I'm gonna reserve my judgments on Riptide because I haven't. They haven't really showed us the blade yet, but it's made out of what they call celestial bronze, which is very interesting. It's forged in Poseidon's forges, I believe, which is run by Cyclopes. So hopefully at some point in the series we'll be able to see that. I don't know how far they're going to go with the TV show. Like, for real, I think they've started with the cast young enough that if they do it right, they could absolutely keep up with the ages, because these kids grow in all of this.
They're going to have to hurry up because these kids are already looking bigger than when it was filmed. If you look at when it was filmed, like, see how small they are.
Yeah.
And see how tiny Percy is, to see how he is on the interviews. I was like, what the fuck?
Puberty hits when it hits, man.
I'm like, bruh, he's still 14. But I'm like, sir.
Okay, see, see, the last part of that, yeah, we 100% agree on. Loris Tyrell should never have left the Reach. I will say it every time it's brought up. No, the Night of Flowers never should have been put on that cast.
Trash.
But the films were lacking a lot, but I could still enjoy the adventure that they went on of it all. That's about it. Honestly, there's one thing that I would have liked to see. Well, I guess we haven't seen her yet in the series so far, so maybe we'll get to it. But there's the thing of the Oracle And in the movies, it was voiced by Our Lady Shore, who I can never pronounce her last name, but baby girl from The Expanse makes
I didn't talk about
Earth. She did the voice.
Chrissy.
Yeah. Was it?
Amos called her Chrissy all the time.
Her
She's
Chrissy.
Like, that's not my name. And she was like,
she's like
Chrissy.
She stopped fighting him on that real quick because
listen, you ain't got a choice. He said what he said.
Once that man give you a name, that's your name.
He said what he said.
Yeah, she did a great job at being the voice of the Oracle, and her voice is just so distinctive. I'm kind of hoping that they bring her back, or that they brought her back for this one. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. I voiced my discontent on Grover lying to get him out of school, because you could have just had him get detention and then not go back. It really could have been just that simple. I don't remember the guy's name. I want to say maybe it was Elliott or something or other, but the stepdad. I don't know what to say about him outside
I just saw his name. Hold on.
You look like hot garbage.
He was very moist. Gabe,
yeah, that's it. Just bruh. Like there's I think they'll get to it. There's reasons why she specifically stayed with him, but I don't know if they conveyed that well. I mean, outside of him like being a bothersome asshole, I don't think they conveyed the reason that she's with him. So I don't know. I hope they touch on that sometime, because it is actually pretty important to the relationship. I will also say shout out to our girl Neat Marina, because she's been doing some shorts about Percy Jackson on here. If you've never heard her, go look her up on YouTube and watch like all of her Marvel commentary. What she's been saying, comparing Harry Potter to Percy Jackson, whereas Harry tries to be like the polite person in the fight. Like he'll go Expelliarmus instead and just disarm you instead of like going for the outright kill. Percy, on the other hand, will pick up the damn sword like, bitch, what? Pull up. Like come over here and catch this smoke if you want to. And yeah, I don't blame him. I don't blame him for having the outlook that he does. Oh, okay. What's my next plot point for this one? The little love moment, I guess, that Sally was having while she was sitting on the fire escape with the rain. This is why y'all bitches keep falling in these spots. Look, this is why these bitches keep falling in these spots with these guys. Over here, girl. Like, I get it. I like rain too, but I am not going to be sitting outside on my fire escape while it's pouring like that. Not at all. When it boils down, man, he left you. In the words of Jurassic Park, he left us. He left you. I'm not about to be outside sitting in the rain, being like, right there. I'm not doing that. You would be amazed at how many people will tell you they think Harry could beat Percy in a fight. This was a large debate I actually had with someone on Twitter once. I refuse to call that stupid bird app the name that it has now. Nobody does. People were really going hard, and there were. I think the fight was pretty even. People thinking that it was 50-50, but I'm like, Percy's literally a half god. Yeah, I don't understand that controls water. What is it? 70-80% of our bodies is made out of water. If Harry doesn't have his wand, he can't really do much, can he? Even with that, he has maybe a smaller fighting chance. But if Percy just decides to pull some moisture out the air and that's what I'm saying. I'm like, all Harry has is his wand. Done. And without that wand, he doesn't really have anything. He can't magic stuff without the wand, right? There is wandless magic is a thing that exists in that universe, but Harry doesn't have that training. Okay, then he's dead. He don't know how to do that. He's done. He's dead. I mean, the only difference of Harry having the wand and not having the wand is how much longer he's going to be in the fight before he's capped. Plain and simple. Harry, I love you, bro, but Percy will peel. To put it in what was it? Kevin Hart? Is that who said it? Yeah. Percy will peel your muffin cap back blue.
Come on.
Plain and
He's
simple.
a god. And no matter how you slice it, you are just
Exactly.
a person who can use magic. This is a god.
You're a person with a stick. And even with your stick, you're not going to win.
Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Exactly. See, right. That right there. Or he literally is half a bloodbender already. Like, come on, man. Hermione, I will give you. She has a chance. She has a better chance than Harry. She has a better chance than
because
Harry.
She don't pull punches.
Yeah, exactly. When Hermione needs to go in, she will absolutely go in.
But
I
she needs to be able to make the first move. She has to go first. She has to run up on him first.
She would have to.
Because if he knows that she is coming, then she's also done. Because no matter how quick you are, he's a god. Because sometimes the water just be watering on its own.
And there's moisture all around us. He doesn't need to necessarily be around water. Once he actually really gets into using his power as the story goes on, y'all will see. This kid is not to be fucked with. He's not some little soft boy. Not at all. Oh, bro. That part.
Choking.
Also, just for Meeks' sake, I'm not going to explain this. That the novice is saying. You're correct. I feel you on that. But Meeks hasn't read the books yet. She has said she is putting them on the list. She's not going to get to them now, but she will later. So easy on the book references.
No,
unless
I won't
it's
remember
specific
that
to the episode. I thought you said you were thinking about it.
No. I mean, like what this person just said. I won't remember it.
Oh yeah. Big. Okay.
Yeah, I won't remember it because it's gonna be a while before I touch this.
Yeah, once it gets to that book, it's further in the story. Anyways.
Oh yeah, but they did say that they were gonna do every season's a book, and so far they're trying to stay around 8 episodes.
Okay.
Which I think
that's fair.
I don't understand why they like 8. What is with that number? like I don't understand. You need to start giving us full seasons again.
Do y'all remember when seasons of TV shows used to be like 20, 26 episodes before the season was done? I'm so sad that we've never gone back to that. That first writer's strike way back when that we had, that's when all that changed. Now we only have short seasons and they keep getting shorter.
It's
and I don't
bananas.
Like it. I don't like it.
Oh,
okay, hold on. Let me go through my the rest of my bullet points. Percy's mom. From what I've seen, there's some people that are taking issue with Sally's demeanor here, and I say that because she's not as assertive, and I don't even want to say aggressive, but she's not as strong voiced in this part of the books as it is. I mean, I like it. Don't get me wrong, but it is a definite change. I mean, I don't see why people are having issues with that. I think it still fits, but I guess we'll see how that goes.
Well, so far I like it as mommy. I think she's adorable.
Yeah. I think the way they've written her is great.
That is perfect. That's what I'm talking about. Like, I feel like if they had more episodes, they would have been able to take their time telling the story. Like people, like some of the people who are having issues with the pacing would want.
Yeah.
Even if they go to like 12, you don't even have to do a full 16. Do a fucking 12.
And I think that gets it across. And there's always going to be those random filler episodes, but if you do a filler episode right, it's still good and still fits in with the story.
But I feel like
I think
there's leeway filler episodes. I feel like they could like stretch it out. They can like take their time to live in some moments and stuff like that. Like being at the camp, seeing the camp a little bit more, seeing the different, like who all is there. We know that there are gods there, 12 different gods. I don't know which ones. I would like to have known going through, like, oh, this is this house, this is this house, this is this house.
Yeah, like going through the cabins. Yeah,
yes, to see what they look like.
And instead of just showing that signpost that they had of where all the houses were going, like, because if you're not really big on mythology, unless you have read the series, you're not going to know what all those names even mean. So yeah, I think they could touch on that. Also,
that's literally what I said. I'm like, he's got to go on a quest.
Worried Percy might come across too OP. Slightly, but I think the way that they've shown him so far works, because he is, while in regular people land in those schools, yes, he has problems, but he is actually pretty smart and he's very quick on his feet, so he will pick up things super fast. So that's why, like, at the end where they had the fight scene when after he gets to camp and Clarice is being Clarice, there's a few moves in there that really you would think should not have been possible for him, but he did have, like, a day or so worth of training and he saw enough. He does actually retain his memory pretty well when it comes to fighting. And also, if you're in a situation like that and you decide not to fight, you could get killed out here. So yeah, I like how he's going right now. Let's see. Speaking of the
the novice,
we'll how they handle Aries. That's a big thing. We'll definitely have to see how they do that with Aries coming up.
But I had
what comment are you reacting to?
Well, first the one with Silver Scale saying, I can't believe they just sent these kids on the quest. Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, he didn't get a chance to sleep in his house. He didn't get a chance to go in there and put his bunk down and lay and be by himself in his own house of one. At all. Before they were like, yeah, you got to prepare for the thing.
They did rush that a little bit. They did rush that a little. But what I do like is they started it off correctly, because they skipped all of that in the movies. So I like that they actually had him go to House Hermes first, and then once Poseidon claimed him. And also, again, all these guys is petty as fuck. Why did you have to wait until this kid want to fight for you to claim him? Bruh. Do better.
The mom was out there sitting in the rain. That should have been enough. She was sad.
Saying.
Trash.
I'm saying.
And then the one right below that, the novice again, he was like, they might look 30 by the time. Yeah, because he's big now.
Yeah, that's true.
He's so big.
Puberty hits you hard, man.
Listen.
You go for 1 week,
they just be
still
minding
walking
their
around
business
with a little kid, and then 2 weeks later, that shit decides to smack you in the face. Now you walk around looking like you 30 with a part-time job. Like, what? Goodness.
My goddaughter is 14, and she was like, I know you bought me these pants like 2 weeks before Christmas, but I think that they are getting too small. And I was like, well, technically, these pants are supposed to tuck in boots, so you're not supposed to reach your ankles. And then she stood up next to me, and I was just like, you was in my face. Why are you in my face? I'm 5'8". Why are you in my face? And you're not even done growing. That's the worst part. You're 14. You're not done. You're still growing.
Yep.
Trash.
That is the exact same thing I tell all of my tiny humans, even though most of them are not even tiny anymore, not even remotely tiny anymore.
It is. I know.
One of them just started college. Oof. All right, hold on. Let me go back over
It is
here.
making me want to read the book. And it's also making me want to watch the first movie, since everybody was like, ugh. And then the second movie, everybody was like, ugh.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to wait until the end, because I don't want to be like, and then have the plot of the movies or the season spoiled for me through the movie. So I'm just like,
yeah. I don't remember where Tyson comes in the book. But I know where they I know where they interjected him in the movie, and it made sense. But they're the way that they're pacing is moving a bit, and I see myself frozen on YouTube. I'm sorry, y'all.
YouTube don't like her.
I don't know. They don't want me to be great out here, man. Every time I start going good, some random nonsense happens. I'm so sorry. Let me go to this comment from the day here. This version of Sally is better for me, but it's also better for Percy. Yes. Like,
I do like
more
that.
Connected. Exactly.
I don't know the difference, but I just like the relationship together.
You'll see once you get to it. Yeah, their communication, I think, is a lot better. And like I said, the way how assertive she is and not letting that asshole walk all over her. That's why I think they've changed the reason that she's with him. But we'll have to see how it comes out when we get there.
Although I did like the way he hollered for the hot peppers on his sandwich. It just made me laugh. Could you please ask them to put the hot peppers on my sandwich?
Not when you ask like that.
I'm like,
can I please have the peppers on there? Can you ask them to please make sure they don't forget it this time? I hate
now he's not getting by myself because his car is crashed.
Yeah, he ain't getting shit.
I'm like, sir,
he lost the car. He lost his girl.
Come on.
Yeah, he has no job. Wait, I mean, I know this quest is only supposed to take a week, but what if some shit goes left and she don't come back? What if she was really
we dead? Know, she's effectively dead. She's not here. She's in the underworld. Dog. Underworld is where dead people are. Technically,
he don't know that though. That's what I'm saying. He's not going to think about that.
I know. That's what I'm saying. So technically, she's dead, and you're like, "Where's the bitch with my sandwich?" The bitch is dead. You ain't got no sandwiches.
Bro. And guess what? You don't even have a car to go and get the sandwich yourself.
And they're going to have to find that car eventually, and they're going to report that shit.
The mist. The mist. Remember the mist.
Yeah, the destruction of the car, but the car is still there. Or the bitch is just missing with the car. Either way, he's got to be like, I gotta call 911. Where's the hoe at?
He's going to report her missing, but that's the car. I don't think he'd ever be able to find it. Which one? So he said there she was about to go buy sandwich there on the way out. Jog my memory. Because I didn't catch it.
I've seen a lot of people talk about that, but I have no idea what that means.
Yeah. I don't. It's not in my brain.
I feel like it's a book thing
right now,
but I'm over here.
It is maybe. I don't remember. It's been a while since I read the books. I remember like the bulk of them, but not all of the tiny moving parts. Maybe that's another rule saying I wish he would try to pull up on Hades talking about a damn sandwich. What? Oh yeah. You're right. Thank you for that. You are correct. Oh man.
But yeah.
All right. Let's see. So that pretty much actually is the wrap for episode 1.
Yeah,
and I think it was this one is the shortest of the season so far. I think it was only like 35 or 38 minutes.
Yeah,
which I think was fine. You know, there wasn't any filler. Like every moving part had a purpose.
And I'm glad they released both episodes. Setup. I'm glad they released both episodes. Because I would have been mad.
They saw. Yeah, I think they saw.
Having to wait for more information. That's what happened.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. Oh, damn, you're right, Day. Clever. Yes. I remember now. I'm not gonna explain. Meeks.
Okay.
You'll know. Day, if you can, put a pin in that to remind us once the series gets to that point. Just like setting an alarm on your phone to go off in like 3 years. I don't know how far
it said 3 years.
We'll I don't know when it's gonna come up, man. It's not my fault.
First, you know what? Let me look at something real quick because they should have already greenlit season 2. If they didn't, they're stupid.
Yeah. The only question that I have after this is how much can Sally see through the mist? Because there's some things where like she could tell, like when the Minotaur was coming at them, she saw that. She's not supposed to be able to see that though, even being his mom. So what exactly, what extra, I guess, power of sight did Poseidon bestow onto her? I don't know. It's interesting. Too bad for no one's coming. Yeah. Okay. Remember, light on the spoilers.
I wasn't paying attention. I missed it.
Okay, good. But yes,
I'm trying to figure out if they actually
agree.
Greenlit a season. They need to hurry up. They haven't officially said there's a season 2, but
they're gonna do
Becky is his last name Riordan?
Riordan.
Said that the season 2 Bible is already being formulated.
Yeah,
I'm gonna need an official announcement so you can get these kids back in there before he starts calling himself
you're good, novice.
Percy Jackson because he ain't. You got to get him.
That's exactly what all of them are going to sound like in season 2.
Like, listen,
because once puberty hits, it's only a matter of like days that the bass comes in. So
Percy Jack about to be here eating a sandwich. Like, you got her. Yeah.
Exactly. Yep.
I can't.
Yeah, see, I always thought I thought she was just a regular human, but it seems now at the very least, maybe because of that connection with Poseidon having his kid, maybe that in itself is what allows her to see through the mist. So I don't know. I don't know if they'll touch on it or explain it. Hopefully they do. But either way, I thought that this episode was great. This is a great way to start. They have laid all of the work, all of the footwork out there. The foundation is strong, and I'm here for it completely. I don't know, what kind of rating do we want to give this? Tridents? Let's go with tridents.
Sure.
1 out of 10 tridents. I will give this opening episode like a solid 8.25.
I'm gonna give it an 8. I like it.
Yeah,
I like it a lot.
I like it, but I know there's more to come, so I'm gonna reserve the higher scores for later episodes.
I was invested and I liked it.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. I think we both in our group chat with B, we both were like, okay, yep, all in for Percy. We're doing this.
I was literally 20 minutes in and I was like, pause. Yep.
Right. Yep, absolutely. They're not giving it a 9. Okay, cool. Everybody else in the chat, throw their numbers in there. How many tridents are we giving to episode 1?
Another 8 out of 10. All right.
8 out of 10 for day. Solid. Yep. An 8 for Damaris. Okay. Yep. It's definitely in that region. What is that saying? This kid's gonna go from Michael Jackson's Billie Jean voice to Vin Diesel, but yeah, quickly. That is a fact. Absolute fact.
There you go. Listen,
but I'm talking about Percy, right?
Absolutely,
right. And that's the thing. Percy does not care. It's like, first of all, and this goes great for getting into episode 2. Percy is that one, okay? I don't understand though why Grover was the one that had to get him on board, because the 2 adults are literally right there. The boy just told you no, and you think you could just strong arm him into doing that? Hey, your mom's still alive and this asshole has her. And it just so happens we got this quest right here. So you want to come? It was literally that simple, but it took Grover breaking into the meeting that he was not.
They didn't want him to do that, apparently. I don't know why.
I do not understand why. I don't either. 7.5 from Scott and a 7 from the novice. Still all solid scores. The king of sass. The facts. He is the demigod of sass. Yes, because he does not care.
I'm trying to think. Did they actually mention that, or did I not care or know why? Hold on, let me think.
Wait, mention
him going down there to get the bolt or whatever the thingy is
to retrieve. Yeah,
I think they said that they didn't want him to go down there looking for his mom because it would distract him from getting the bolt.
The beginning. Those were separate conversations.
Oh no, I'm talking about at the end. They said it at the end. When before Grover came in, after Grover came in, he was like, we didn't want him to do that because we don't want him to distract him from getting the thing he needed to get. And you're bringing the distraction. But I'm like, sir, he wasn't going.
You know what ticks me off about that? Dionysus, because of who Dionysus is, I understand why he would be the idiot and not thinking about things and how to properly motivate these kids. But Chiron
should have known better.
Your job has literally been to train heroes since like 1382 BC. You're supposed to be better at this. And you just want to say, no, you have to do this. The gods have deemed it so. My daddy
don't nobody care
a day in this life. I don't gotta do shit.
Exactly. He should have known what the actual motivation for Percy would have been anyway. You know, he was hanging around Percy. He was at the school with Percy, so you should have known. You know him. He knows all about his mom. You should know that.
That part. That is what I don't understand. That's why it baffles my brain that that's the route they took to get there. And of course, as soon as you say, "Oh, your mom's actually alive. She didn't die like you thought," we know where she's at. She's in Hades. So, like,
say less.
We can kill two birds with one stone. And he didn't even think about it. Okay, let's go.
Say less.
He didn't even. And again, the demigod of sass is what we are dubbing him. He didn't even think to talk back on that. He just said, "Oh, word. Okay, let's posse up. All right, look, we ride at dawn. Let's go."
Mm-hmm.
Let's jump in over here. Let's see what the folks are saying. Didn't remember if they weren't also going to yeah, which is just stupid because once you get to the camp, you need to give these kids the fucking information that's going to help them during life. And, you know, they're not going to be at this damn camp forever.
Yeah, like once they leave,
go out and function. Yeah, so and they're going to constantly be in these random ass fights. They have to have all the information so they can properly navigate through their lives. Mm-hmm. Like, well, otherwise, what the hell are we even doing this for? Why go through wanting protecting them for this long, training them for this long? It's stupid. Let's see. And the novice says Mr. D felt drunk and sassy enough. Feel like Mickey Mouse got to them on that. Maybe. Actually, that's a random question I have. Just as an aside, why is there even wine at this camp?
There technically isn't, because the camp's where the kids are.
Like, the only adults, I guess, the only adults there are like the other trainers, but there really isn't that many of them. And Dionysus, no, he can't drink no damn wine.
He's not supposed to have that. You can't have it.
So why
you should have did what you did.
Why do we even have why do we even have the damn distilleries? See, this is what I'm saying. I don't think they'll say what he did because I think they would have said it already. And really, it's stupid. And once you find out what it is, we'll wait until the season's over.
Yes. And
circle back to it then. But once you find out what it is,
I have a feeling that they might circle back to it just like randomly.
I think I already know what your reaction is going to be. You're going to text me right when you see it. And you're like, what the fuck is this? Because remember who this asshole's daddy is. The King Lord Petty. When you find out what he did and why he's on this punishment, it's joke worthy. It's going to be very hilarious. Now, let me jump back over here to the chat before we move on. Let's see. You did, no, not that one. Dang, I like that person stood up first. Always. Yeah. They did definitely, and yeah, she was his only parent. And when you go through that type of trauma, like he literally thought he saw his mom die.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you honestly, I'm surprised he was even able to get up and function as quickly as he was going through all the training sessions. Also, the little training montage to find out what Percy might be good at was hilarious.
No, sir, put it down. I don't.
Like, you know what your job is? No, we got to give him the Mr. Bean treatment. Your job is to just sit in the corner.
Here, hold this.
And stare at the wall.
Thank you. Hold this.
Stop.
I'll be back for my drink when I need it.
Right.
Thank you.
Percy, do not do a damn thing but sit in that chair.
Listen.
I think eventually they do find something for him to do. I forget what it is, though.
That is hilarious. That was hilarious. But I do love Clarice more. Like, I love her to pieces. Because she is so like, I was like, girl, what's wrong with you? You're so aggressive. It's almost like she's like, it's a child of Aries.
Oh, I understand why she's aggressive.
Like,
I understand why she's aggressive. It's where she's directing that aggression.
Yes, I'm like, that's what I said. I was like, I'm aggressive too, but I'm not a bully. I don't like that.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
But I get it. I was like, I'm less mad at you now. But I was like, you gotta be able to figure out who you can and can't do it to. You know what I'm saying?
No, you know what? The novice. I might actually start recording my reactions for watching the rest of the season, because every callback from the books that they had, and there were so many, That's exactly what jumped into my head. Like, yeah, and they are doing such a great job sticking with the books. Again, high five to Rick Riordan, because I love this. This is the Percy we should have gotten years ago when those two ridiculous movies came out. And actually,
didn't they age them up like ridiculous? Like, didn't they age them up to like almost adults?
Yeah. It was absurd. And mind you, I liked the actors that they picked. All of them were good, but the way they chose to tell the story was absurd. And there is actually a video on the YouTubes where the original cast has watched the remake and their reactions. I haven't watched it yet, but that's on my cool. Things to do. Get later. Let me drop the link. All right. For the chat, there's the link, so everyone can copy and paste. I'm very intrigued to see what they're going to think about it. Yeah. There's it's for as smart as the kid is, when it comes to like an actual trade, it's hard to put him into something. Yeah, and I think they should have shown a lot more training sessions. And I think that's where some people
they could have lived in the camp just a little bit
more. Yes. And I think that's one of the things that I saw that people had issues with, because all of a sudden he's able to jump in and fight these folks off. I mean, that doesn't surprise me that much. That doesn't surprise me that much. But
he was floundering, and then he was just like, whatever I got to do to keep the head
to stay alive and to not get any more of these damn cuts and bruises on my person. Yeah. So and that again, I think is where they would have benefited from slowing down the let's find out what Percy could be good at.
But I did holler when he snapped Clarice's stick, because I was rolling. I was like, that was you get. Is it not the consequence of your own actions?
Because if you would have sat over there and
minded your business, ate your sandwich,
went against your plan, whatever your team's plan was, you could have won.
Capture the flag.
And don't mistake it. While I say I don't like her attitude, she is a good fighter. I mean,
excellent.
She's a child of Aries, so the girl has skills. And that spear that she had, that's how they say, any magical items that you might have, you're allowed to bring them into the practice battles. Yet that if I remember correctly, that was from her dad.
Yeah, it was.
I think that was from Aries.
Yeah, she's
it broke because of your incompetence.
Stick broke.
If you weren't trying to be such a bitch, you would have still had your stick. So I know she's gonna do some other extracurricular shit because she's gonna blame Percy, but bitch, Percy wouldn't have did that shit if you wouldn't have got in his face.
You're faulty.
And herein that, and what we're gonna see coming up is her reaction to some of these things in regards to Percy, and that's how she is with all of these things from here on out. That's why I say I can't stand her character. Like, I understand, yes, you're a child of Aries, you're gonna be boasty, you're gonna want to yell, you might try to start a fight or two, but you're doing this shit recklessly and maliciously for no reason. It's literally like the kid's second day in camp. You over here talking about, oh, you didn't kill a Minotaur, except he's not the person that even told you he killed the Minotaur. Grover's
but he still killed the Minotaur, so it doesn't matter. He did.
So how does he have this little trophy horn with the blood on it if he didn't actually do it?
And first of all, why does it matter to you? It doesn't. It does not matter to you.
Make it make sense.
You should just mind your business.
That is why I don't like her. That is why I have problems with her.
I minded my business.
Or make the episodes a full hour long. You're not wrong.
Yeah, they could have, because the first one was 35. The second one was like 48 or something like that. 48, it's never a full hour.
48, it's never 45, a full hour. Something like that. Yeah.
Yep. It's never a full hour.
With how many things they have to do later in the quest, this one, it's a good amount of time.
That's what I was wondering. Like, I don't know how many more events there are. So I don't know how it's split up.
Yeah, and I'm not sure like exactly how they're gonna chop up all the moving parts for this.
If you really wanted to know, since you've read the books.
You're right, actually. It is a regular TV hour, true.
That is true, but I'm gonna need a K-drama hour. Thank you. That's a full hour. Okay.
If only we should.
If you really wanted to know how they're going to split it up, just because you've read the books, you can look at the episode titles, because I think they released all the episode titles, and I know the episode titles are chapters of the books. That I do know, because people were really excited.
I love that.
So it means nothing to me, but it might mean everything to you about how they're going to split this up. So
as soon as I saw what the name of that episode was, I was like, oh, you could tell Rick's hand was all up in the sauce. All up in it, and I absolutely love it. Let's see. I think you understand why Clarissa's like that when you meet her father. Yeah, I totally understand why she's like that, but she also does have the choice to make to not be an asshole like that.
Oh yeah, they have all of the titles.
And she's doing that because that's what she wants to be. And also, again, she does have parent issues, just like all the other kids. I get it. I know that. But don't take that bullshit out on somebody else. Hey, Jackie. Like that's the absurd part. Again, I will always harp on, look here, Clarice, go sit the fuck down. I will say, though, the way they are portraying her here is a lot better than what they did with the girl that played her in the movies.
I sent you the
definitely like that change,
so you can see the episode titles, because they mean nothing to me.
Yes,
they might mean everything to you.
Got you. I always giggle when I open and close new tabs, because I use Opera GX, and you can fully customize everything on your web browser using Opera. And so when I close a tab, Voldemort yells in my ear, Avada Kedavra. And then when I open one, either Harry or Hermione say some random spell. It makes me giggle every time. Oh, is your episode 3 out?
Yeah, I just put it out.
All right. Okay. Cool. Oh yeah, that's right. You said you were.
Yeah, because I was running around and doing stuff all day. I was presents today, and I was like, oh, I'll get it done before stuff happens. I did not, and then I drank a bottle and a half of wine.
The sauce will do that. And yes, please and thank you. Shimon, y'all. It's what, 11 of us? I think at one point I saw there were like 15 of us in here. Please click that like for me. And if you don't mind, spread it across the realm on your socials. Let the folk know we out here.
Hi, Jackie.
Oh, you see 11 likes? Okay, see, you know what? I can't refresh my screen, so, well, I mean, I could, but I'm not going to right now. So, yeah, everything's still sitting on 0 for me.
Bro, okay, so my episode just released 6 minutes ago, and there's already a comment for somebody trying to spoil shit.
See, people be rude out here, man. People be rude. Anyway, this question is to you, but I will also answer. I prefer red wines because I don't like fruit. I don't like fruity wines. I like a good blush wine every now and then. I think is good.
I don't mind a fruity, but most of the whites I've tasted are real like feety. Like feet. Like if you open up your toes on a summer day,
it's that weird,
and you throw it in there.
It's that weird aftertaste that it leaves.
Like,
I'm like,
it's so dry and it's feet.
I don't need that sitting on the back of my tongue. Like, no, thank you.
I don't mind that. So I usually do reds. I like cabs. Cab Savs. I like Merlottis. You'll get my names. You'll understand. And I like red blends.
All right.
I hate Shiraz though. The worst. I hate Shiraz.
Thank you, my friends. Thank you very much.
It tastes like paprika pepper liquid. I hate it.
How did Percy already have Riptide from episode 1?
Chiron gave it to him at the museum thing.
No, and yeah, that lines up with how it happened in the books. It happened in a different way because basically Chiron just like zoomed past him while he was in the middle of the fight with the Fury and tossed it at him. And it was a pen when he tossed it, but then once Percy grabbed it, it turned into Riptide. So that's when he started fighting. So here they did it a little differently. It was handed to him just during that conversation. and then the fight came, and he inadvertently activated it just because it happened to be in his hand at that time, and he killed the Fury that way. That's why. So no, I think it fit right in. It was time appropriate, different situation, but still time appropriate.
See, for cocktails, I prefer liquor.
Yeah, facts. Agreed.
Anything
Absolutely
but vodka, because
agreed.
vodka gives me an instant headache. Don't know what it is.
I do vodka every now and then.
Yuckery.
Still do vodka.
Yuckery.
But yeah, but I am on the island drink of all the time because West Indies. Shout out to Diana. Yeah, so I'm always with the rum.
I can't drink rum anymore because it's too sweet for me. I
feel like for my palate, it's getting there. Because every now and then I'll take a swig. I'm like, oh, bruh.
Are you
I
kidding?
can taste the caramel.
Headaches tend to be from the histamines? Bitch, I'm allergic to everything.
Well, I was about to say, Meeks literally should be living in a plastic bubble. Damn.
They're not taking wine from me. I don't care. They already told me that I'm not supposed to drink rye whiskey. Oh, no, I'm not supposed to drink wheat whiskey. Yeah, rye. I need to stick to corn, but I don't like the flavor of corn whiskey. I itch.
Interesting.
Everywhere. Like right now, because I had wine. I didn't even put it two and two together.
Well, there you go. All right. Going down my first couple bullet points for this. The camp uniforms finally are in effect. They did not have those in the movies, and I was very confused. Unless they did, and maybe I'm misremembering. Somebody in the chat, y'all let me know. But I don't believe they did that. I think they were just in all regular clothes in the movies. Dionysus again is the prince of petty because his daddy is also petty as fuck. They not only did how they introduced Riptide I liked, but the echo, I'll call it the quote unquote echolocation of Riptide, where if Percy does drop it in any type of battle or it's supposedly
it goes right
or whatever, it will always end up back in his pocket. So I like that they specifically made sure to point that out. I talked about it last episode too, Percy not going straight to the Poseidon cabin like they did in the movies. Perfect. Because I think they needed to actually show that shoe setup, and it worked brilliantly. And I like that it was House Hermes. They explained a little bit, but Hermes is actually Hermes is the god of a lot of things. There's only a few that they listed here, but he's the god of roads, the god of travelers. So if you're traveling on your way, if you're not claimed, you're on a journey to find out where you're actually supposed to go. So the double meaning again in him being put in
oh well, never mind. With him with all the kids makes sense.
Who?
Hermes.
Fertility. Yeah, there's multiple reasons why I think it all fits. Yeah, and if you're not up on your Greek mythology, then absolutely go read up on some of these characters so you'll get a better understanding. Like I know for those of you in the chat right now that actually know some of the originating stories, there's always just those pops that to see how they interpret different things in the lore. Go check it out. I think you might like it. The constant thing with the secrets that's still bothering me. Okay, are they gonna show who? So does Hermes himself come up in episode 3? Is that why you're saying that day? Because that cool. And,
you see my face.
Okay. Well,
yeah.
You could tell me if you just showed up.
Yes.
All right, cool. I have not looked at the cast list for each episode, so yeah, I will be looking forward to seeing who is playing that. But also, I will give a shout out to Nathan Finnegan. Is it Finnegan or Finian? Someone with an F from Firefly. I will shout him out because I did like how he played Hermes in the movies. And again, another bullet point. Clarice is annoying, but she's very book accurate. I will say that. She's very book accurate, and the young lady that's playing her, Finian, thank you, Damaris. The young lady that's playing her is doing a great job playing her. Yes, his claim to fame is Castle, but his even bigger claim to fame is Firefly. Also, I think the movie was named Serenity, but same universe. They just called it different things. I
was trying to see exactly how many books are out.
A lot. I think
just for this Olympians, just for Percy Jackson.
Oh, for the Olympians, I want to say there's 6, and then I mean technically the Roman. Wait, is the Roman Pantheon separate, or did they intermix those?
I don't remember. Separate,
but
because I'm looking at like the roadmap. And I keep scrolling up and down because as you move to the book, it's like on his page, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. There's more connections than I even told you about in the beginning, where they go. I love because I was trying to see these pantheons. What I was trying to see is if he had his own like description of the gods that he uses in his books, because sometimes like for the Dark Hunter series, when I tell you there's like 30-something books, I am not exaggerating, and they are thick. We're talking 800-900 pages, and they describe the gods in their own way. So she has her own little thing about the descriptions of them from everyone she mentions in there. So I was wondering if he had one too. That's what I went to look for, and then I found
there are a lot of side books that also go along with this, and the side books there's like, I think one of them is like Percy Diaries. Like he writes it's almost like a Ned's Declassified, if you ever watched that back in the day. It's like a survival list for demigods. And the way that actually brings me back, I didn't mention it when we talked about episode 1, the way what Percy was saying in that episode 1, how that goes by, that's very close to how the book opens. It kind of reminds me of a series of unfortunate events, also how that book opens up. He's basically saying that once you actually figure out what you are, beware. I think that's the first word of it. Beware these situations, because if you actually do fit in this box, hell is coming your way, and if you are not at camp yet, get here, because otherwise you're not going to be safe. And they did touch on one thing a little bit. I think it was Grover that said it. Like, once the attacks start, they don't stop. And they don't. Those monsters, that once they're killed, they respawn. And they will come at you again if it's on their agenda. So to what the novice is saying here. So I mentioned Rick writes better fantasy than JK. I will say yes. The Cabin Metaphor arc, especially how it's resolved, fits so much better than Harry Potter, in my opinion. Harry became an horror at the end of the day, working for the man. Yeah. And I think I get why Harry became an horror, but I feel like his skills could have been used elsewhere. But that's just how it went. The way Riordan writes, though, and the reasoning behind how he connects some of these characters, and also especially how he connects the whole all of the pantheons of gods, it's great. And I'll put a pin in it now. I won't completely explain it, but the Flame of the West, I think, will come up, and I don't know if it'll happen in season 1, but probably for season 2 is where that conversation will come in. So it's very interesting how those go. And I think the lore is, I know there's deeper lore for Harry Potter outside of the main things, just like with all the extracurriculars that go with reading George R.R. Martin's Ice and Fire series. There's a lot of things you can learn, but the way Rick puts them together, I will agree with that. I think it's superior to JK. And I'm glad this is happening here now. That's the only way I could think to describe it easily, is that they respawn, because like you can't kill those monsters per se. You can get rid of them for a little bit, but they always come back, especially the more powerful ones like the Minotaur and higher beings than that in that world. One thing I don't like what they do here is the constant back alley dealing and the double talking, the secrets keeping from these kids. Like, again, you want these kids to do these specific things for you, but you don't want to give them all the information ahead of time. That doesn't make sense to me. Like, would things not be easier if they actually knew what was going on?
Yeah.
Like, you just leaving everything up to chance. And I don't understand that. I get that they're demigods and they are more powerful than regular humans, but they're still kids right now. You still need to actually properly train them, not just how to fight. They can't go to the boardroom with a shield and a sword and slay. That's just not how the real world works. And eventually, again, like we said, they're not going to stay in that camp for their whole lives. That very seldom happens. There's very few that actually go to camp and stay there and become teachers after that. That's like not a career path for a lot of them. What does happen is there's a lot of high-level politicians that go in that happen. There's in every different thing you could get into. They're usually, if they go into that route, they're going to be
Jackie.
at the top of their game. See you, Jackie. Thank you for coming in.
Oof.
So yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that. And again, I will say, Chiron, I'm putting this on you because you should be better at this by now. You've literally been doing this for millennia. Multiple millennia, bruh. Get it together. It just doesn't make sense. Let's see. Do you got anything big that you wanted to bring up?
No, just I'm super excited to see who they be casting.
Okay.
And we'll talk about episode 3 when you get your ass to watching episode 3.
Okay. I will watch episode 3. For fuck's sake, as soon as we're done. Look, like, for real, we were driving when we were talking about episode 3, and she was like, eyes on the road, side eye to me. What you mean you ain't watched episode 3 yet? Like, ma'am. Stop judging me. Stop judging me. That's rude.
I'm not going to. I said what I said. I said what I said. But yeah, I just like stories like this. They make me so interested in everything. Like, I want to know the backstory, I want to know the lore, but I also don't have time to be reading the books. I don't want to. I just have so much on my plate right now. I have to like fix my Patreon. I have to do so many things, and I just don't have time to sit here and read a book. Even though, honestly, let's be for real, it would take me like 2 hours to read a book. I can read an 800-page book in 3 hours, but I still have shit to do.
And the way that these books are written, I think you could easily get through the whole first series in less than a week.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
It's very good. I liked it. I usually don't have too big of an issue getting into YA books. YA, for if you don't know, it's young adult books.
Young adulty.
But yeah, that's just how my brain works sometimes, I guess. Let's see. Annabeth made a note of that. Yes, you know, and one of the things I really like how they've written her character here is she's just very straightforward about.
She is everything. Dry AF. She's like,
"Are you stalking me?" Yeah. So, like, wait, you were here the whole time watching?
Yeah.
I needed to see what I could see. Like I said, she's been on recon since the kid got there. Because
she's
a demigod,
nice.
Yeah, she is.
Because before she pushed him, she was like, "My bad."
So, like, look, basically, it's like, I don't really know how to word exactly what my thoughts are to you right this second, but I need to see something real quick. So I'm sorry.
Exactly.
Boom. And that then is when Poseidon claims him, which, again, why the hell did this boy have to get in a fight and bleed?
You could have got him in the bathroom. You could have claimed him in the bathroom, which sounds real like bad when you say that out loud.
He could have claimed him when he got to the damn camp.
Exactly. You could have claimed him when he beat the Minotaur's ass.
My boy just killed a whole
in the rain, by the way. So I know you saw it.
Glory. they say glory is the thing that these kids are fighting for. And, you know, the more renowned their name gets, the more their parents are going to try to look out for them in whatever way that they be doing. Okay, he's already, what do you mean he has no glory? He's thus far killed a fucking a Fury and the damn Minotaur. Those are not small tasks. Like, it's a whole ass thing in God of War when Kratos has to go up against the Furies.
Kratos was like, oh my God.
And Kratos knew how to fight.
Exactly.
Percy
Kratos was like,
does not know anything. He is on level 0. He is in he's not even actually in the damn game yet. He's in training mode.
No.
And he's already done this. How does he not have glory? Like, what's y'all scale for that? I don't get it.
Let me see the Carfax.
Right?
So give me the instructions. I need to see the instruction manual.
Like I said, Percy is that kid, man. And I'm probably gonna say it multiple times throughout the series as we go through this. Percy will fucking rock Harry. Okay, Harry Potter could never, not ever.
I'm super excited.
I don't give a damn.
I'm just sad we gotta wait every week. I'm just sad we gotta wait every week.
Yeah.
I don't want to do this.
See, this is us now being products of Netflix, because Netflix gave us the binging,
and then now they're trying to take it back from us by going back to weekly. I'll take 2 episodes every week. Stop being trash. Stop being trash.
Like, give us a little more to talk about here.
Stop being trash. Give us 2 episodes. Thank you.
Oh man. All right. So Percy on the glory tip. Annabeth, and Loki, my note here was, you know, Annabeth is very big brain. And that makes sense because she's already looking at the long con.
The bigger picture. Yeah, she's looking at the bigger picture.
Yeah, she's looking at the bigger picture, and she knows Percy is absolutely a piece in the puzzle that's going to help further her goal, but it's also the right thing to do to help him. Honestly. And Annabeth is just a nice person like that. If you do need help, she is going to jump in and help you if she can. So it's almost like a win-win for her, honestly. See what Scott's saying.
Yeah, it was
badass seeing his. That's another thing to contrast it with how it went with the movies. I think they did an okay job to show his healing in the movies, but how they did it here worked a lot better, and I think was a bit more book accurate because, again, Annabeth was the one figuring this shit out. And what's the matter saying? Nick had it right. Yeah, actually, I think I know the video, the short that you're talking about. I jumped into the comments on that one. I was like, you know what? I understand. Like, you're not wrong. Yeah, Percy be on some fuck shit sometimes. However, can you blame him? Can you blame him? Look at what this man has to deal with. Who's not going to go hard to go find their mom? So yeah, I agree with her assessments. I said, yo, you're not wrong, but Percy is Percy, and Percy always going to do Percy and what's best for Percy. And also, then again, well, no, that makes him sound selfish. It's not just always what's best for Percy, but he is doing what is the right thing to do. Period. That's where that is. Hello, Mother Roan. Always a pleasure to see you. And yeah, Athena is the goddess of wisdom, and that is exactly why Annabeth has the skills that she has. Bona fide daughter of Athena, and not only the goddess of wisdom, but it ties into it. So I think a lot of people forget, though. Also, goddess of strategy, like impeccable strategy, not just regular shit. Like, if to take it back to the mythology, do you know how Athena was born? In mythology,
trash. Sorry.
No. I'm not saying she's in trash. I'm just saying she was born because Zeus kept having this random ass headache. It kept feeling like something was poking him more and more and more. And for whatever reason, the solution was to crack his head open and see what was going on inside. So when that happened, boom, Athena, fully grown adult in full armor regalia with the spear that was poking him in the brain. That's how she was born into the world. from his brain. So yeah, again, impeccable fighter, impeccable strategist, like literally the best strategist you could have in a battle situation, and goddess of wisdom in general.
Trash.
And that is Annabeth's mom. So yeah, she is doing exactly what the hell she should be doing. Because like we said,
a pain
she
in
was
Percy's
already.
ass.
You're not wrong.
Yeah,
you're not wrong.
Especially right now, he's like, "Well, I'm supposed to be in charge. Are you?
Are you though? You sure?
Cool. Yeah. Are you?
Wait, you were here the whole time and you watched me get my ass beaten?
Why didn't you tell me?
I mean, I wasn't sure yet because I didn't have all the answers yet. The equation was not complete.
Like you still didn't figure out what you was going to do in the first place? Huh. It's interesting. Like you didn't. I seen it.
Oh man.
I had seen it.
Took a minor in the classics. Okay, that's awesome. That's awesome. I love it. Just honestly, when it comes to anything in the genre of mythology or anything that is like period based, I already know that I'm prone to liking it. And that was one of the main things that drew me to the Percy Jackson series. I didn't know about the books until the movie came out, but then once I saw that and then I researched a little bit, I said, okay, now I need to check these books out. And I could see how different they were, but it didn't matter. The movie worked for how the movie was going to work. The books, I will always encourage folks, definitely go read the books. They're great.
I've always been a fan of reading.
Yeah,
she has no.
I agree with you on that.
Yeah,
because there's some things that go straight over her head because her brain is hardwired a different way. And I think Luke actually said it best. She has demigods have a different way of seeing the world, but her especially and any other child of Athena have a very different way of seeing the world because of how their brain works. So yeah, that's a correct assessment.
Yes.
You're right. Yeah. Popped right out of her daddy's skull. So not only, again, she's also a little lordling of petty, but yeah, she's also an impeccable fighter and strategist, which fits from someone that was literally born from the brain. I mean, is she really? I feel like we could say that about all of these pantheons, all of these god and goddesses, though. Yeah, they can do some cool shit, but are they really actually cool?
Well, first of all, this is just a good year for pantheons because we know Blood of Zeus is coming out this year for sure.
Is it this year?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. And if y'all missed it, were you with me when we talked about Blood of Zeus? I don't think you were. I don't remember. I'm gonna have to go back and look. No. You didn't tap in until Lovecraft Country. Yeah, me and Manaro covered the Blood.
It was the greatest thing of all time.
If y'all haven't watched it, please go watch it.
Child, that's when you sat down with snacks.
It was, bro.
And I was like,
all of the snacks. See, it what is rare nowadays anyway is mythology in these pantheons with new characters and new storylines. The way they set up shit in that show, please go watch it if y'all have not watched it yet. It's so good. It's all of the Greek tragedy and everything all in one. It's such a great show, and I cannot wait until we get to season 2. And also, fun fact, there's very few times where like people that are on these shows ever interact with little tiny me, but I had put out a tweet about me and Manaro covering it, and the guys that made the show actually jumped in and we chatted for a bit, and they liked my tweet, so that made me feel a little special. It was cool. Yep, I've been keeping up with them. They go. Nice. Yeah, they're very interactive with fans, and I love that. And they're like, it's coming. I was like, great, because I've been sitting here like, you know that Sam Jackson, he was in Black Snake Moan. That's what I was doing. Right. I was waiting. It's waiting. What is that meme? Mr. Bean, like at the side of the road in that field, just walking around looking at his watch, like. Yeah, they say it's coming back spring. Where is that? Spring 2024. Oh yes, I cannot wait. We will definitely be covering that when it comes out. So yeah, put a pin in that, y'all. We will definitely be covering the Blood of Zeus. And again, that show. I'm not even gonna get into that because that's a whole ass long extra stream tangent. Go see what me and Manaro talked about it, and you'll hear my thoughts. Let me jump back over here to the chat. Yeah. I forgot. I'll be forgetting about Nike sometimes. And no, we don't mean the shoe. That is the name of the goddess. Yeah, goddess of victory, sometimes depicted as an aspect of Athena. Yeah, I have read that. And Mother Roan's asking, can we do something with the movie The Northman? Oh, there's so much lore with the Northman. I don't know. I will put that on the list, Mother Roan, and pose that to Meeks. I don't know if Meeks has watched that. No, and we'll talk to Lady.
It's a movie, right?
And see about yes.
Yeah,
with Skarsgård.
Yeah, I know which one it is. Yeah, it's a movie.
Yeah,
it's the one that was.
What?
He was the one that was in the the Lady Gaga video.
Skarsgård was in Gaga video? I didn't know. What video? Which one?
I'm trying to think about it. It's from her first CD, her first album. Dang it, it was the one she was in a wheelchair. And she was dancing. She got up.
Somebody Google that for us. What Gaga video was Alex in? Wait, was it Alex? Or was it the other brother? I don't know. It's a lot of Skarsgårds out there, man.
Listen.
They're literally like this age's Baldwins. Because the Baldwins is 1,001 of them too. So yeah, we'll put that on the list for you, Mother Ron. See what we can get done there. And Scott said, that's the point though. It's about one person being the hero. True. It's a collective being heroic. That's yeah, you're right. That definitely is the story that's being told. And
paparazzi.
Okay. Yeah, I must not have known who he was back then because I didn't notice that. Actually, was that you that told me about Antonio? Not Antonio. Jaimon. Yeah, I think that was you. Janet Jackson, Love Will Never Do Without You. I didn't know who Jaimon was.
Yeah,
at the time when that video first came out. Yeah, I knew who Anthony Sabato Jr. was, but I didn't recognize Jaimon. As you said, used to have a crush on Athena.
Yeah, that's him, Alexander.
But,
yeah,
right. But then you read the stories about her, and you can see the shit as a kid, and you're like, oh nah, this is badass chick. Absolutely, we on her team. And then you see the shit that she has done.
She's trash. Just the politest way to put it. Trash.
Hot garbage. Trash. Especially where Medusa is concerned. That's why I got beef with Athena. She absolutely is not a girl's girl. I forget who said it in the chat earlier, but yeah, she is not a girl's girl, and that is absurd.
My beef comes from the Dark
the
Hunter
gods can
series.
be quite misunderstood. In the Percy Jackson world, they're depicted a certain way, but I'm assuming I don't think they're that misunderstood. I really don't. And I'm saying that because you can look at their actions and the things. Have they done some good things? Yeah.
They just do whatever they want to do.
There were some good things. But it's the bullshit. Yeah, it's the bullshit extra that they do. And then they get mad if through all of the hardships that humans have to go through,
you don't
they
stay by
stop worshiping them and say, oh, you're the greatest, and you praise them and all that. That's when they take issue. That's literally the newer version of Clash of the Titans with Sam Worthington. That was the whole storyline of that. Zeus and all the other gods were getting upset that humans didn't want to worship them anymore. And that was the reason all the bullshit started happening, because they're that petty. So no, I can't say all the time that they're just misunderstood. There's a lot to go into. It's very nuanced. I think but there's a lot of stuff to go through when it comes to those. At the end of the day, though, you look at some of the shit that they've done that's been just ridiculous. Like, they literally put Prometheus on a damn cliff to hang and be eaten by a vulture day by day by day simply because he taught people how to cook. That's just no. You will get no quarter from me for that nonsense. Not at all. Instead of saying, after
that's true.
Medusa was assaulted.
They were like, yeah, we did a good thing.
It was protection for her, okay, but
I was here for
that protection. What else goes along with that protection? That protection makes her hideous to everyone else. She can't even properly have a conversation with anyone, really, or be around people, because in any instant, if a person would just happen to glance at her, they turn to stone. So yeah, protection, but they made it so she couldn't even truly interact with anyone ever again. So no, that's I don't think that's the type of protection that anyone should have been given. All about Artemis, yo. Artemis, I will jump on board with that. I will high five you on that. I do like Artemis. I think my only beef with Artemis in this series is possibly a spoiler, so I'm not.
You see me looking at you like
expound on it
because I don't even. She's not here yet.
That's why I stopped myself. But I see you, Scott. I feel you on that one. I get it, but I still got a slight beef with that also. But I get it. Okay, damn it, StreamYard, act correctly. Okay, Malone, retweeted by Officer Erica John during The Last of Us. Got some love for Anna Torf. Nice. And again, shout out to Anna Torf. I'm so mad that we weren't able to keep her longer in The Last of Us. Went to a theater school and had friends, but that's awesome. That's awesome. I love it.
Oh yeah, I finished season 2 of Fringe. Finally.
How? I'm not going. And you know what? We'll talk about that off screen because I have questions.
Finally.
Different stream though. To a certain hunter. I like how you put that. Yeah. That's
because eventually that's what I mean. Like because I was gonna buy the shirt from Disney, but they got the Greek letters wrong, so I couldn't buy the shirt.
Yeah, you gotta double check them. Where
it had all the it was a Percy one where it had the gods on them, and I was looking at it and I was like, some of these spell right.
Something don't seem right. Yeah.
I was like, why is that wrong?
Please always double check if you're looking to get anything with any type of different language lettering on there. Please do your research on it, because I know quite a few people with tattoos that say shit that
that's what you get.
Does not say what they think it means.
You should have thought about that.
Yeah,
you should have thought about that. But yeah.
Oh man.
But yeah, that's it for me. I don't have anything else. I can't talk about episode 3 because you ain't watched it, so I'm just sitting there.
That's pretty much. Let's see. Is there anything else that we missed? One bullet point I made was Percy being asleep on the job. Percy, young man, we are in the middle of the war games.
He don't know what he's supposed to be doing. What you supposed to be doing?
He knows he's supposed to be there and be alert.
He don't know what he's supposed to be doing. She left him, and he was like, "So I'm supposed to just sit here."
Yeah, sit there and be alert. Not
he did. He sat there
and play with the tree frogs.
But that was his job to play with all of that and to floss and to do all of that.
The shield
that was his job.
Were just laying on the floor.
Yes, because he was not supposed to be fighting. He was supposed to be distractioning.
Yeah, okay, but be distractioning while you're keeping your arms with you.
No, he was left there.
Don't start taking a damn nap and playing with the chipmunks and lizards and shit in the forest.
Because no one told him what to do. I would have done the same thing. You leave me, you stay right here, and I'll be right back.
That's a good way. That's a good way to get caught up on some bullshit. They're using live weapons. Those are not blunted swords.
I'm putting this thing down. Man. I'm gonna go play with these trees. What's this in this dirt? Look at the sky. wow, I'm gonna start drawing stuff. I'm gonna start singing a song, like whatever.
So when they sneak up on you, you're not gonna have
yes, because I don't know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. Nobody told me. Nobody said guard this spot. They said stand here, and I was like, what the fuck am I standing here for? So
he wasn't standing there. He was literally laying down.
Yes, exactly.
No,
because nobody told him what to do. She just disappeared.
But you know, we in the middle of a war game, though.
Just still no instruction. No instruction. As far as he knew, he wasn't even involved in none of this because nobody told him nothing. Okay, I was like, I don't know what the hell's going on. What do you mean war game? What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
You should have stood there with your weapon and your shield.
He should have did exactly what he did. He should have did exactly
might happen.
What he did. Be the best distraction that has ever distracted.
All right, so it says, make a distinction between human stories about the gods that reflect human morality, like punishing women for assault, and the gods like, stories are not necessarily accurate to the actual gods. Sometimes. You are correct in that. Sometimes. But that's why I do always like to try to dig a little deeper with some of these mythologies. It's why I became such a fan. Back when encyclopedias were still a big deal, like before the internet and Google, we actually had to go look in books for all of our knowledge.
Wow.
So
that's rude.
So I spent a lot of time at the library looking at different mythologies and all of that. I don't know why, but that was always just one of those things that were my jam.
I tried to read the Iliad. I tried to read Homer. I got halfway through before I got a headache.
Yeah.
It's a lot. And I was
some of them is
early. I was like 5th grade, 6th grade trying to read it. I still have the copies of these books, but I'm just like, I can't. My brain.
It's the way that they're written. Yeah. It's very much like a lot of Shakespeare's work. It's the way it's written isn't really that great.
I hate a card catalog.
That's all. Yeah.
Trash. Because it made no sense to me.
The card catalog, yep.
Like you go,
you remember the Dewey Decimal System?
The Dewey Decimal still works. The Dewey Decimal still works, and it makes sense.
It does. I agree. But do the kids even really learn that anymore?
No, because they don't go to the library.
There was a whole kids series show. What was it called? Tomes and Talismans, made specifically about libraries and the Dewey Decimal System. If you've never heard of it, I do believe it's on YouTube. Go check it out. It's made basically just to teach kids about the library and how to reference and find things in the age where we weren't able to just get on Google. And ask questions. Yeah, basically it. I was supposed to run here saying, the best thing about Pandora's box is they discovered that the last thing in it was hope. Yeah,
bruh.
I concur. Listen. But again, the last.
That's how you get your feelings hurt in God of War too.
You know what? I just got past that part in a video that somebody did. They basically made a movie of all of the gameplay. With not just the main games, but all the side games in proper timeline order. And yeah, where I stopped last night was with Pandora's box. It's whew.
See, Scott.
Thank you, Scott, for coming through. No, that is you. That is the best. All of you guys in the chat that always come through and listen to us ramble about this nerdy shit. We appreciate you. Thank you. Let's see. What is the last thing I had? Okay, the last thing on my list. What before I get to that though, Chiron came through with the titles.
Listen, these titles were good.
Once Percy was,
I was like, say another one. Do it again.
Stormbringer.
Do it again. Let's bring another one. Yeah, these are some good titles. Earth. That's not. First of all, they all sound sexual. Let's talk about it. Because I was like, hold on. When he 12, what he need? What?
You know what?
What?
See, I didn't even think about that context, but you're right.
I was like, hold on, he's 12. Yeah. Hold on, dial it back.
Yeah.
Dial it, reverse. Like, dial it back, y'all. You gotta turn that shit down to 2. Spinal Tap 11. You gotta reverse.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Oh my gosh.
And honestly, The best thing about it really is always you guys that come in and go. We always go tit for tat. Like if we forget something, y'all will put it up there. If we're looking for something, a lot of times we don't even have to get on Google. Y'all will put it up in there to remind us. And we love those interactions. So please never change that part about yourselves, chat room. Again, thank you all for being here. It's always a pleasure hanging out with
exactly. Morgan Freeman's what it do. Although he's looking a little sad, sickly now. He's looking a little old. He's looking his age right now. I mean, times they are
it's not there yet, but I know that's an era that's coming to an end.
Dog.
And also, again, RIP to our man Lance Reddick, because I
can't wait to see him in this.
He was gonna be in the whole series, but sadly he passed.
Can't wait to see him.
And honestly, you know what? I feel like he's gonna be an impeccable Zeus. Whoever they get to, I don't think they've announced who is going to be replacing him for season 2.
I looked it up
for season 1. I already know he gonna bring that heat, because that's just what Lance does. I feel like he is one of the most underrated actors that was in Hollywood all the time. So RIP to you, sir. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and
every time he says Agent Dunham, I be laughing.
To you,
like Agent Dunham. Like saying Olivia's name like that.
Oh man! All right,
I did enjoy the titles. I enjoyed the titles very much, and I was like, "Give me some more. Give me some more."
I liked it. Yeah. Again, and I feel like how they're introducing this a little bit of backstory so far with Poseidon. Not even where Sally is concerned, but just with Poseidon in general, it works and it adds to the intrigue. Again, these are great freaking titles. Stormbringer, Earthshaker, and outside of storms that happen on land, you want to talk about earth-shaking storms that happen at sea, that start at sea, like hurricanes and monsoons that will wreak havoc on anything in their way. Yeah, that's and Percy is absolutely a son of Poseidon. Who are you seeing?
I'm reading comment. Somebody was like, I had to stop the video. On my video, like I had to stop the video because they're asking me, how do I do my recaps? Do I write a script? No, absolutely not.
What?
I do not write a script. I just be going. That's why it'd be funny.
I don't even know
why it'd be funny.
How you would
That's
do
too
that.
much effort.
Exactly.
That's too much effort.
Anytime I'm talking about the way things happen, I'm just telling that straight from my memory and my interpretation of how to deliver that to y'all. Yeah. So why would you script that? I don't think it's as funny if you script it.
That's why I'm tired. I'm sitting here recording. Why would I want to? I'm not
doing time to do this twice.
That's not work.
That's extra work. Exactly.
No.
No.
Maybe one day when I get sponsored, I will do a script. I have a sponsored video of some sort. I'll do a script, but until then, off the cuff.
Every time, every single time.
Absolutely.
And
yes,
so Scare, I'm not sure exactly what that references to, but thank you. I appreciate it. Probably to just how random we are when we talk about shit.
Yes, yeah.
Right. See, look, that's how we do. I feel like giving just genuine responses and thoughts on things is the only way to do this game. And like, why do it any other way?
Yes.
Okay, so that does bring us to the whole thing. We got Percy, we got Grover and Annabeth, because quests are always done in threes. So we have our 3 heroes going out here. I will say though, and this
quests
is a very
are done
small,
in threes.
There has to be 3 people at least.
Okay, I'm like, wait a minute. So I was like, wait. So the thing. Not talking about like what happened next episode. So the thing next episode happens 3 times or something, like, or is it the one quest that they go on, this whole entire quest? It's just that it needs 3 people.
Yes.
Okay. Because I'm like, you trying to tell me that on this quest, there are going to be 3 more quests that need to be quested?
I mean, well, I wouldn't say that what is coming could be considered different side quests, but there are just situations that they get into.
Okay, so what you're telling me is it's like a chapter table of contents where you have one, and then you have indention A, B, indention little I, and then you go back to C. Okay.
Until you get to where you actually supposed to be, and then you jump back to bullet point 2 of the next step of the quest. Yes. Okay. So there's basically all that to say there's shenanigans on the way.
Okay, that's what I'm wondering. I'm like, bro, okay, so the whole entire quest, so this whole entire season is just going to be the quest of him going down to Hades to either get the bolt or his mom, because that's what that's what they're worried about right now. Either he's going to get the bolt, or he's not going to get his mom, or he's going to get his mom, or he's going to get the bolt and not get his mom. That's what they're worried about. Is why they didn't tell him. So
I'm trying to figure out how to word the sentence that I want to say. You know what? No, I'm just not going to say it because it has the potential to spoil you, so I won't do that.
Okay. But I will tell you that looking at Annabeth's braids makes me want braids.
You know what? I was looking actually in putting together the thumbnail for tonight. There's a bunch of pictures I looked up, and a lot of the cast photos they had of the three of them together. She had this beautiful, awesome fro, like a fro that rivaled what's our girl's name that was in Lovecraft Country? Beyond Say in Lovecraft Country, like that's the vibe it was giving me, and I loved it. Absolutely,
my hair will never do that. I'm so sad at you. It's going to take another 5 years for you even to get to that point because of how much it shrinks.
Yeah. Shrinkage is the thing. All right, let me jump over here. 3 and multiples of 3 tend to be magical numbers. Yeah. Different controls have similar significant numbers like 7s and 8s. Yeah. That is a fact. I want to say I've heard something about 5s in a culture also, but I don't remember it completely. But 7s are a big one.
Yeah, I knew about the 7.
Fey numbers.
The 7th son of a 7th son of a 7th son.
7th son of a 7th son is usually like one of the most magical motherfuckers that will ever be birthed into the earth. Yeah. That's actually what I think the name of that movie is The 7th Son. It was with what's his name? Ben Barnes, Prince Caspian, if you will, in the newer Narnia movies. He was the 7th son of a 7th son, which made him the best possible magic person to take over the reins of what the lone magic dude had to do as a job. So yeah, decent enough movie. I will suggest you guys check that out. Okay, so for getting through the rest of this episode, I think that's actually it. There were references that I liked. We got a little bit more reference with Thalia. And that. Remember that name is all I will say. Meeks, put a pin in that.
Ma'am, I'm ahead of you. You put a pin in it. So watch episode 3. Fight you.
You know,
you look at my cousin do when she was little. I'll fight you.
Who are you fighting with your hands up here?
That's what she did. I'll fight you. I'm like, okay, girl, go ahead.
Oh, you know what? You gotta wonder. Numbers are a thing, like that movie that Jim Carrey did, the number 23. There's a lot of lore behind that too.
Cool.
So yeah, that's how it was. Let's see. So what we have coming up, the little bit that we saw is basically coming up to the first part of the quest, and we already saw that Medusa is about to be introduced. And while I will say I liked how they had Uma Thurman playing her in the movies, I'm very interested in seeing how she's played here, because I think it's going to be, again, like everything else has already been, closer to the books. And this is the chick you said was from Black Sails, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep, she played Max in Black Sails.
Yeah, I didn't finish Black Sails, but I did get through like most of season 1.
You
And
should.
from what
When I
this
tell
is
you it's
telling
an
me,
excellent television show,
it's on the list. Oh yeah,
it's top tier.
It's on the list.
It's top tier. Oh, so fucking
yeah.
good.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like period dated things like that. I already know that I'm automatically gonna love that. That's actually the reason I stayed away from Game of Thrones for so long. I didn't get into Game of Thrones until season 4 because I knew it was going to be great, and I was writing a lot more in my fan fiction at that point in time, and I didn't want more plot bunnies going into my brain, so I stayed away from it. But then I saw Daenerys with the dragon on a magazine cover, and I was like, "Oh no, wait, what the fuck's that about?"
I don't know why I looked it up. Watching it,
I saw all of that.
I don't know what possessed me or why. I can't remember because I remember watching it and being like, "Okay, now I gotta go read." Excuse me. Excuse me.
Yo, I binged all of that in like a week and a half, and then I was like, "Oh wait, there's books too." Been so deep in that world ever since, and still there. Mm-hmm. Like the show itself is over, but I'm still in that world. I'm invested.
So let's go. I think you're gonna definitely enjoy Black Sails. The way that every single
you haven't watched any of this Civil Scale
that has been focused on in that show takes you on a journey. Every major character takes you on a journey. It's so good. Oh.
Yeah. And having only seen like a part of season 1, I will still back Meeks up on that. Yeah, it really is that good. I just at that point in time just didn't have the time to finish it. So yeah, go check that out. Let's see, the little bit from coming up from the preview that we saw is going to be them in like these first steps of the journey. So actually along this way, I'm wondering if we'll get the main new character in along this journey, or if they'll wait for the season finale. Because I think he could fit anywhere along the journey because he was in with something. I'm not saying who he is again or what his relation is to the story, because
just very vague. Is that person introduced in the book 1 or book 2?
I don't remember.
Okay, because I think that would make a difference. Because they said this season is strictly book 1.
Book 1, yeah. I don't remember.
If they're not in book 1, we probably won't see them, or we'll see them at like the tail end, leading into season 2, because they need to hurry the fuck up in season 2.
I think someone had said that in the chat earlier. You guys Google that for me real quick. When was said extra main character?
Okay, I was like, you want me to Google?
No. Because I think everyone that's still listening, I think, knows who I'm referencing.
Okay, well then
and because this person was on a quest with. Actually, you know what? Wait, I'm thinking about the situations. It's going to be season 2. Never mind. Yeah, it's going to be season 2. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure on that. But yeah, I think I will say I think you're going to like this character. They played him decently in the movie. Could have done a little better, but I did enjoy that character. He was very much the innocent young boy, not understanding the world. So yeah, I think it's going to be great. And yeah, I can't wait either. I think it's going to be pretty cool. Wait, we watched Lord of the Rings for the 20th anniversary. Damn, that was recently. I forgot about that. Yep. All right, so that is what we have for the evening, folks. Episode 1 and 2. For episode 2, I'm going to, again, I think go with 8.25 tridents. I think, again, it was another solid hit. It intermixed everything pretty seamlessly, and I think it gave us the right amount of information moving forward. I think they could have did a bit more. They could have showed us a bit more of the camp, but I think we do have enough to where, let the quest begin, because this is really the huge crux of the story. So I'm really, really looking forward to what's coming. And thank you. So
yeah, happy New Year. I'm giving it an 8 as well, because I just I liked it. Once again, I liked it. I liked the information they're giving me. I'm excited to see more. I'm ready for episode 4, and I made a rhyme.
Didn't even know he's about to be rapping on this set.
I didn't.
Absolutely.
I didn't.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely.
yeah. So, I mean, it shouldn't even need to be said. We are all in for this season, guys. I can't guarantee I'm going to do reactions, but you know who will be doing reactions for everything? That chick right there. Wait, this way. That chick right there. Yeah. So, if you're not sub the Meeks,
yeah,
description
you're going to find it a lot.
Go over there. It's a lot.
Happy early birthday.
Wait, how did I not know you were also a Capricorn? What? How is this the first time I'm finding out? My lady, I appreciate you. Even more. I appreciate you so much more now. Happy early birthday. Happy early name day, my lady. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure knowing you. I actually, the first Ice and Fire Con that I went to, I was able to meet Mother in person, and we've kept it with each other since then. Now it has been a few years now, so I'm very thankful that you are in my circle, and happy birthday to you, my lady. So Meeks, I know you got like a lot, but go ahead and list it anyway. What you got coming up?
I'm still watching Fringe. We are getting ready to start season 3. I am watching and going to be finishing up Sweet Home season 2. I'm still working on Interview with the Vampire because I'm just trying to catch up with everything. It's not going to be done out on YouTube by the end of this year, but it will be all finished on the end of this year.
What episode are you on?
I stopped at 2.
For Interview with the Vampire? Okay.
I stopped at 2. So
that's
I got to finish that.
on the list too. Do it in the new year so we can talk about it as you go.
I'm trying to get all this out. Like, it's about to be, I'm probably gonna sit here and watch it like this weekend. If I actually don't have to go to work this weekend, which is looks like I'm not, like, shut up, bitch. Okay. I'm gonna just take that time to like catch up on all the stuff that I'm behind on and just send it out to JD so he can edit it, because that's very important. So get that out.
Shout out to Justin, because he be keeping us running with the edits.
What else? I got a lot of anime to catch up on. I'm not even going to worry about that. Like, I'm really behind all year. I haven't really touched it. What else am I doing? I have to do Good Omens season 2.
When are you starting that?
I do not know. Probably after the first of the year.
Let me
know. And then Brother Sons is coming out on Netflix January 4th. I'll be watching that.
What's that about?
It is. It doesn't even matter because it has Michelle Yeoh in it. So there you go.
Okay. Yeah. That's all I need to know.
Say less.
Yep.
Say less.
Yep. Okay. Remind me when that comes out and tell me when you start. What the hell is it you just said? Not Interview with the Vampire. What was it you just said?
Good Omens.
You're about to finish? Yes, that, because I haven't watched. I haven't watched season 2 yet, so let me know, because I do want to talk about it, and we can go through episodes as you film.
Okay. And I think right now that's all I can think of. Of course, I'm playing video games. You know me. I'm going through Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate is going to be a year-long project.
It's a lot. Like, that's a long and even saying that is an understatement. That's a long ass game.
And I'm playing Dredge also, which is the horror fishing game, which is really fun. And I'm running through Final Fantasy 9 again, because I've never beaten Final Fantasy 9. So I'm playing Final Fantasy 9. Yes, it's a horror fishing game.
I've never played like fishing games, but one game that it may actually end up being the first game once I actually kick off the gaming channel is Raft. But making a fishing game a horror, that is interesting.
What you can always do is just start recording and don't put it up, because you have to like put it together. No, I don't play Doctor Who because it's so many. I can't commit.
See, and anytime anyone asks me about Doctor Who, I have to literally cap myself, because a lot of times what I find is most people are only thinking of Doctor Who starting from the 9th Doctor. And that's Christopher Eccleston. That's when they started doing the new series. And then going on to Barty Crouch Jr., Doctor Who number 10, David Tennant. I started Doctor Who way back with Tom Baker, the 4th Doctor. That's my Doctor's Doctor. There's so much in that lore. Like, whenever anyone asks me where they should start, I want to say start at the beginning, but the beginning is literally like in the 1960s with the first Doctor. And Doctor Who is the longest running sci-fi show that has ever been on TV.
Doctor Who is equivalent to anime's One Piece. I just can't do it.
Yeah,
too many
it's
episodes.
a lot.
It's too many episodes. It's too many episodes. I can't do it. No.
And some episodes in those earlier series you can't even find for Doctor Who because they were either just not saved properly or they're audio only, and you got to do a lot to try to find that audio. I was lucky enough to be able to snag some of them, so I have them like on my hard drive, but some of it's sketchy, and the lore is so good though.
No, that's on my list. That is on my list. Our Flag that's on my list.
What's that about? I don't think I've heard of that. What is that?
Taika Waititi is in it, I believe.
Oh, okay. I like Taika.
I believe. And it's oh my gosh, the lady who was on Saturday Night Live, is it Leslie? No, shit, the black lady with the short hair.
The black, yeah. She was in Ghostbusters.
Yes, she's in that too. I believe.
Yeah. It Leslie something. I don't remember. I loved her character in Coming to America too. She was hilarious.
So she was in that as well. So I'm like, I haven't watched it yet. I haven't watched that. Like I said, my list is thorough, and I already restarted my bullet journal to try to keep track of all my shit so I can be a better, more organized content creator. Yeah. So
interesting, Mother. Yeah, see that's also my goal for the new year is to actually start doing a little more professional sets for the YouTube streams. But we'll see how that goes. John Pertwee's son Sean was on Gotham. Who did he play on Gotham, Mother?
Was it the boy?
I watched Gotham. Yeah. Well, no, John Pertwee, I think, was Doctor number 3 back in the day. So I would assume it was one of the older characters that was on Gotham, if I remember correctly. But he was what? Alfred? Hold on. Okay, that makes sense. Wait, that's his son? That's John Pertwee's son? That's cool. That's cool. There's so many awesome connections with Doctor Who that are in. Oh yeah, he was Alfred. Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought. He was Alfred. Nice. That's so cool.
He looks like his dad.
There's what's okay. So the 5th Doctor, he had a daughter who inadvertently in one of the newer series played another form of the Doctor. I think they called her the Doctor's daughter. She was basically like a clone of David Tennant's Doctor, and David Tennant, again being the Doctor in real life, they got married. So there's also familial blood ties with the Doctor Who verse. It's so awesome. Who did Lady Olenna play on Doctor Who? And how did I miss it? Tell me if we got enough time. We are about to sign off though. Lisa said what she got coming up. I have just this. We're going to be talking about what if. Possibly tomorrow. I think if that works with your schedule, we're hopefully going to be able to have B on here, and we will expound on episodes 1 to 3, and then next week we'll do the last two, because there's only 6, right? Or is it 8?
I think it's 8. Let me double check.
Okay. Either way, tomorrow.
No, it's 6.
It's 6. Okay. So we'll talk about episodes 1 to 3 tomorrow, and then next week, Thursday, we'll wrap up with episodes 4 to 6. And we'll be back here again next Tuesday. Also, speaking about episode 3 of Percy. So that's our coming. Everything else pretty much on break for these last couple of days of the year. I will very likely be doing my customary New Year's Eve stream where we do a countdown to the nonsense that has been 2023 in all of our time zones. We'll see how that goes, though. Check your notifications. Not sure if we're actually going to do it. But besides that, yeah, just stay tuned because, we got some things coming. And again, as always, if there's something you guys want us to cover, let us know in the comments, and we will add it to the list and see how we can work it in. She was the Crimson Terror. Interesting. I might find a way to do some Doctor Who coverage. I don't know how, but I'll figure it out because I love that show. But anyways, we will see you guys back here tomorrow night. If you haven't watched What If yet, go check them out. They're half-hour episodes. They go by very quick, and they've been good so far. I like how they've continued some of these things. So fingers crossed that the rest of it will be awesome like this.
Yeah.
And have a wonderful night and be safe out there, folks, because this world be crazy.
Yeah.
Peace.
Bye.